So I see Graves is going to be okay?
You know, Eric told me this weekend that he's going to be okay, but he's not going to be able to throw until Wednesday. So, you know, when I talked to some of you, I thought, you know, I thought everything was okay, and I think it is. But they're going to test him and do all that kind of thing. But, you know, he feels good, doesn't have any headaches or any of that type of thing. And I think it's precautionary. And we practice Wednesday anyway. Tuesday is game plan Tuesday. So, you know, I think I'll just sort of throw it out there that either one of them could go. And because that's sort of how we played it last time. We'll play whoever gives us the best chance to win, and if David's, you know, doing good, then he'll play, and we know that Shane can help us also. So he came in and did a great job. So I'm confident with either one of them.
So Graves is really your number one, but if he's healthy and Wednesday's not too late, then he's the starter.
That's right.
Okay.
Up until the point where you make the change at quarterback, I'm assuming you were happy with some of the things that Graves did with using his feet
absolutely.
to buy some time and making big plays.
He did a great job. He made some really big plays. Billy Ray made that great catch over that guy. But he bought himself, his feet do so much for him. It's really similar to the BYU quarterbacks. You know, Nelson is a similar type of guy that is very mobile, and he may be ready to play from what I understand. But David, you know, threw the ball, and then towards the end he was a little inaccurate. But he threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1 and had a big, you know, several big runs. So he's a dangerous quarterback.
So he'll be held out of practice tomorrow, and he'll be a full participant Wednesday?
Right, but tomorrow we pretty much, it's game plan Tuesday, so we meet for an hour and, you know, watch video and talk to him about BYU, and then we sort of have walkthroughs. So he'll be out there, but we don't do it, you know, it's not a lot of full speed stuff.
Coach, how's Tui Pulotu? You guys shaking up that shoulder late in the game?
Yeah, I thought he was out because, you know, he was hurting.
So he died, and he okay?
Yeah, and then I look back in and he's back in there. So he's just a tough guy, and we've got, you know, several guys like that. Obviously Corey and several guys that are just, you know, Luke Ingram, Mike, you know, Michael Edwards is going to be operated on after the season. I mean, it's sort of that time of the year, but we have a lot of guys that are really sucking it. We have a lot of guys that are stepping up, and we have a lot of guys that are sucking it up, that are hurt and just you know, giving it their all and competing.
So with Mike Edwards, it's a matter of he can't hurt it anymore.
No.
So he can still play with it.
No, I'd never play anybody if they could hurt themselves, you know, more. Doctors have said that they can't, and that they can, you know, they can play if they can put up with the pain, and then they fix it after the season.
What Scott Harding? Do you get him back this week? Scott Harding?
You know, we think we are. He's got a sprained ankle, and we think he'll be able to catch punts for us, but that's questionable right now.
And Maya?
Maya, we talked to the trainers today in our staff meeting, and he's going to be ready to go.
What we have here is, you couldn't ask for a more dramatic ending to a season here. And where everybody knows what's at stake,
Yep.
winning you're in, and you had the old school BYU rival factor.
Right.
The young ones on this team, the young kids, especially the ones who are not from here, do they understand the whole history of Hawaii, BYU? Have you explained it to them?
Well, we started today, and you know, the These guys were in elementary school when this rivalry was going on. But we still have Rollo around and Brian and some guys that, you know, played against those guys. And then there are so many guys that have friends on that football team. It makes it a rivalry to these guys because they have so many friends, they have relatives, so they're familiar with each other. It's you know, it's good to start the rivalry again. It was a great rivalry, and we're scheduled for a long time in the future. So it's going to be exciting to start that rivalry again because, you know, it's two great programs.
I understand that you got to see video of the 2001 today, some players. Do you remember what the reaction was to that?
Well, I think Rollo was just showing some of his passes, and I think the receivers and quarterbacks looked a little bit of it. And Chad Owens had a great game, and because the 2002 was a real close game, high scoring, but I guess BYU won by 2. But Rollo really put him up. I just, you know, told Rollo and Brian to get some clips so we can show the whole team that and bring them back to the tradition a little bit, because I know he had a great game during that, you know, in that game. You had a question?
I have a question, yeah. There's a rumor that students are protesting being busted for drugs and alcohol by not occupying the student section. Do you have an opinion on that?
I didn't know that. I know that it was really exciting to have the students there, and the players really, you know, really liked that. And, you know, they had the white deals they were beating around, and early in the season it was great. And quite honestly, I was wondering what had happened. I heard that there was a fight early, but it wasn't students. And this is the first time I've heard that. So,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Are you going to do anything special?
I'd love to have the students there.
Yeah.
I mean, the students are a big part of it, and I know our players like to play for the students.
Yeah, well, fans really foster spirit for the whole team and
Oh,
the school,
yeah.
so it's very important.
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
Fashion-wise,
Yeah, no.
you guys went with a black and a white, just to change things up, I suppose. Are you guys going to do that again?
Yeah. You know, basically, I took about 10 seniors inside. I just sort of wanted to change up. You know, we'd lost a couple and just get a change up, but I wanted to make sure that they'd feel comfortable that way, and they all liked it, you know, because, you know, they can wear the white spats and pants, and they really liked it, so I assume, and we won, so, you know, we'll you'll probably wear the same uniform this weekend.
Coach, with all the roller coaster ups and downs, entering into this final game, I suppose, mentally, if not physically, this is as good as the team could be, as good as the staff could be, as good as the program could be, coming off this big win and having some positivity heading into this big game.
Yeah, it's really, in talking to the players, it was good to talk to them about this ball game. There are a lot of things to play for, and it's really about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's senior day. We have, you know, we're going to have, you know, some special things for the seniors this week, and then it's, you know, it's these guys have put in 4 and 5 years of their life here, and that's a special thing, and it goes so fast. And then it's obviously for a bowl game. So there's a lot riding on this, but we just have to get better as a team. You know, we have to continue to get better, and guys have stood up, and this is our team. And, you know, we have to improve on last week. We have to improve on our tackling. We have to improve on certain things and play the best, you know, the best game we can possibly play, because this is a very good football team that's, you know, that's coming here. They're well coached. BYU is well-coached, has good athletes, and plays very physical. They're as physical of a team as we will have faced this year. They're very similar to Washington.
It's also another team coming in with a bye before your game.
We're used to that. That's
That's 5 this year?
that's,
Five last six,
Yeah.
right? Or
yeah. But these guys scheduled it, you know, I mean, they're just smart in scheduling, you know, I don't mind that.